Now that we know a little bit more about what makes tea unique, let's try some. But first, I like to share my tips on how to brew delicious tea. I want to point out that we'll be making tea in our small teapot and enjoy tea from our small sipping cups. There are many different vessels for brewing and drinking tea, but I really enjoy brewing in a teapot and drinking from these glasses because it creates a nice, intimate tea brewing and tasting experience. The teapot itself is about the size of a standard cup of tea, so you can apply the brewing steps that we will be reviewing together and just making a cup as well. In the world of premium teas, your tea should never taste watery, bitter, or overly astringent. If they do, this is either a result of a low-quality tea or the tea hasn't been prepared correctly. When preparing tea, I like to use the 3 T's: tea, temperature, and time. Throughout Journey into the World of Tea, you'll hear me refer back to these 3 T's each time we brew tea together. Tea refers to the kind of tea you will be brewing. Knowing the difference between green tea, black teas, and herbal tea is essential to choosing how you should properly brew the tea. Temperature refers to how hot the water should be for extracting the optimal flavor. In general, teas should be brewed between 160 degrees and 205 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep in mind that water boils at 212. That's why I like to use a kettle that has various temperature setting or manual setting to get really specific. If using a conventional tea kettle on a stove, when the kettle begins to make that rumbling sound and the steam starts to come out, it's around 175 degrees. And when it whistles, it has reached a boiling point. Time refers to how long you allow the tea to brew. If using the correct temperature, most teas reach their optimal flavor between about 1.5 minutes to about 8 minutes. As you begin to make more and more tea, you'll start to develop a sense of brewing time just by looking at the tea's color. To master this, I invite you to try the tea throughout the brewing process and find your optimal flavor. Remove the tea or feel free to add it back for a more flavorful cup. This especially works if you are brewing your tea in a smaller teapot like this one, where you can note the color, temperature, and the time that the tea has been steeping.